and get our points and elims. And they racked in like about, I think, reset 10 elims, so they got at least 20 points. Even though they fell at top 5, not getting that big bonus in that top 3, still a phenomenal performance to close the gap on Hen's trio.
And then Amplify, Matzo, and Benji are still in the mix, even though they have a few rough games here and there. Is Thomas going to find the snipe?
Dude, he's shooting that through the trees. He's just going off on, like I said, instinct. But now we're taking a look at the Chaos at the 0 point going down. The deal, Noah Riley, reason sometimes they take off a big bite that they simply cannot chew. But it looks like it does work out. They just swallowed that down right then and there. Reason Vidil and Noah Riley picking fights left and right, but this may be a troublesome spot considering that there's a lot of trios in this situation. Kluja, Hellfire going down. This Boyer, who has been always trying to hold on, trying to keep this trio steady, the veteran, doing all that he can against this dangerous trio. Close to might be converted over into it, and Boyer now is just going to go away because there's still a lot to play. If you're not in the top 5, at least top 10 opportunities. Boyer's trio's in 19th place. They can make some movement. If they break into top 15 for them, that's going to be big money increase as well.
20-point difference as well for Hen and Vidil we just saw on screen. And they kind of make it up a little bit with those 2 elims. That trio is kind of like a spiky ball. No one can grasp them, hold them down, or even leave them unscathed.
Dude, that looked like a little spa, right? Doesn't that look refreshing to go into? It looks so fine. I know that's it's heating up here in the States, and that looked refreshing to hang out in. As you're seeing, Thomas Stacey has spent more time alive than any other player in the EU region. This shows you, like I said, in-game he has that solo clutch opportunities. He did it last season, winning a couple victory royales by himself. Of course, the meta's changed. The Shockwave was a huge factor into winning that. And now they're 47 above. So that little delay, that spa retreat, kind of slowed them down just a little bit.
At the same time with that stat, technically with in-game time age, Thomas is the oldest player on the field. So he has to be the wisest. Maybe that's why he hits all these snipes. He knows the angles. He's like the hidden sage, basically, on the Fortnite island in EU.
But hey, let's see, maybe that's going to wear him out. The stamina just to be up, that intensity to be up. We've seen that sometimes when you're playing that high level, these games, they go 20 plus at least all the way to those final minutes, all the way down to that final zone. But now we're going, what you mentioned, Wise. Oogway, a.k.a. Chapex, is here, all Wise, being an essential member of that trio, looking pretty good as they're making a rotation. Now, we're going to another situation of another trio in the top 5, sitting in 3rd place. Matzo, Benji, Amplify have not had a signature game yet in this day, but still in the top 5. This is going to be a huge box fight, because if they go down, I think they're going to have, and Elixir Trio, no doubt, be able to leapfrog them.
I'm scared to watch this.
Close your eyes.
My heart one too many times.
Hey, guys.
I want to. It's just
Hey,
one time, maybe. I don't want to watch Benji on my screen because it's too scary. Every game these guys are rotating.
We're watching FCS finals.
Or just in some form of situation where they can't control it. They get shot down, and then
send
Benji goes down.
Picture of my red tongue.
They're so cool to watch in these end games. They're just not making it there every time.
You just said that on stream.
And the reason why they hear this is the rotation. This
I was eating red candy, so my tongue was stained red, so I was going to send the picture.
They end up at the edge zone, so that's why they're colliding. Kinzel's needing these
I'm not a weirdo, guys. I promise.
Kinzel's also had such a rough time with zones in general and plays in general. Game 1 pushed down by Reason. The most recent game, they land at Cora Castle, that's the top left, and they have to run all the way over to the mountain on the bottom right. A running simulator basically for that team. And right now, Anas, Thomas, and Flick, you were talking about 43 above. This is 32 below, right? Not only just in Storm Surge damage, but in body temperature, these guys are kind of ice cold for the moment, not active, not finding any shots.
These are
not really
EU
living in the heat. Unfortunate, but a team beside them they can push.
And that team, Alexis Trio, is rotating early. They want no business of Anas Trio on the backside. If they can turn around and maybe get a crucial hit, Thomas' Trio will go down.
Like Australian servers are terrible.
Been able to survive and help this team with a clutch sniper shot to get that
yes,
viable
Fresh
first tag. Let's go back
is
into this
probably not much better than the average player in
against Kinzel Trio. DreamHack champions going against Matzo, Benji.
I know that's controversial, but
3 players, 4 letters, 1 word. That's
but like the average,
no shields on Benji or Matzo.
champion
I mean, he's got a blue pistol
player
in the inventory in an open slot.
in NA East is probably
right now, but they can bring it
almost
back.
better than him.
This is the result of this entire fight. The mats are low too. Yet they invest in metal this early into the game. I know we kind of tuned in later, but that's not usually what this trio wants to do. It's always a
this round
bump
just
for their
started,
highway kind of type game.
Out of everyone that
they
dropped,
want to just glide all the way.
All the llamas were on
over
the outside,
the untouched, unscathed
of zone. Like,
I mentioned, you know,
one
they
spawned
don't
on
make
the
any
other
endgames
side
before. I was
of Mount
talking a
K.
full trio. They're obviously very consistent
And then
today.
the other one
That's why
spawned
they
like in
the
the
top
ocean.
5. But they really perform when all 3 are alive in those final zones.
I'm lagging so bad.
And it looks like Kinzel's not going to be part of that fight. Kinzel's a great solo player, like I mentioned, a DreamHack champion going down. So it's going to be a duo of Deceptos and Wakey to get the job done. But Benji, Amplify, and Macho, all eyes of the EU region are watching this rotation as Benji does go down from the lobby focus.
Yeah,
it looks like,
I
oh my goodness, Macho going for that Hail Maker. That downtown play gets rejected by Mexi, and that's going to be big considering, like I mentioned, they're sitting in third place.
There's one guy left.
And the Storm Surge plan did not work out for them. They went up. They had a box fight with Kinzel, exhausted their materials. They had to rotate late going further.
So I
they went right
on
into the arms of Verox's trio.
There's 3 different snipers active for this team as well. The Guild Gamma combinations. But it might not just be GG's in total for these guys. It might be a bad game overall because they're not finding their surge tags, not landing the snipes currently. It's troublesome. The zone as well. My favorite one in particular, Misty Meadows, islands, rivers, mountains.
How much do you have on?
Go, and if you make the wrong choice, it's one of the hardest rotations. We're now going towards the islands. Now kind of 3 different 50-50s playing. Will it kind of go towards the peninsula? Will it be kind of isolated on an island as well? The next zone is what I'm talking about. Or will it rebound all the way back towards a different side where a team has control? Will it go towards Misty Meadows? For Vidil, No O'Reilly, and Reason?
This thing's got like 144p for me.
They got in a fight previously in the last game.
I'm lagging so bad
on the other trio, but how do you know if it's Reason, Vidil, and No O'Reilly on your box, on your walls? Maybe it's because they turn around and fight you. They're actually
my highest liked video is 12.
Now we're seeing the leaderboard. Look at that. It's 20 points still separating Vidil and Janice's trio right now.
You're
Vidil playing right into that game plan that they have here, pushing a box fight. They already got a box fight against the trio today. I saw in the feed Deceptos and Wakey are still alive. They're still alive, getting a couple elims in the feed. So that run is still going. And look at that, man. The reputation, they just get out of
It's the one that has
really jumping back.
200, like no, 300 views on it.
To give you a breakdown of exactly where we are in this tournament. Right now, maybe we're using crayons or mechanical pencils, things that are erasable, you know, in terms of performance game to game over the 2 days. On this last back half of games, everything these guys do will be written with permanent marker for this final push in the finals. You will not be able to erase a mistake. You can stamp down your spot.
This is the worst quality I've ever seen because I'm at max pain.
Inside this tournament, so we'll see if it's possible. Anas, Thomas, and Flick are riding off the page right now, though. 155 damage below. I'm not sure if they have the credentials to be able to sign.
It was lagging so bad it disappeared off my screen.
Might give them a sightline in to make a few shots over, but that's Ardent, Pizza, and Artox. These guys are so good at playing defensively. Might not be possible. First place trio, though. Chapix is down.
Chapix and Hen and Janice here. This is what happens to the trios. Chapix now is down, so it's up to Janice and Hen to work this out. When they don't really function as a duo in these situations, you will see them kind of separate here, but they are all stars in the solo gameplay in these stack lobbies.
All stars, but the night might just be over for the moment.
On my
because,
final clutch up one, I have 13 views on it.
Circle. If my eyes don't deceive me, that number says 4 right now, and it's about to change to 5 in terms of circle number. Usually there are 3 people alive in that situation. You know, they're gonna have to just do this entire rotation with
Theo's the one that said preview liked and followed just
to them in
because
general.
you like the vibe.
Once again,
yes, 13 views on it.
Flick and Thomas. That's Refsguard, Scram, and Indreda. We're once again in a desperate spot. Swordford stops. So it was just one tag. Flick and Austin Thomas know there's a team below them. It's possibly weak.
and they have a close to max pull here, and they still have work to do for Storm Surge tags. Yes, because they survived. It's just showing this lobby is being really aggressive this match. They still have to get their tags in. With a great rotation here, deciding to go on foot. Everybody, Knifer kind of invested in height here. Did not work out, so now they're moving. Now that Knifer got a taste of height, they've been putting all their kind of marbles in that bag, and so far, all those marbles are on the floor.
There's like 30 people rotating.
Team Knifer makes the move all the way back into the top 15 to give you a scope as to how these rotations are going as well, why this is important. 5th place, 6th place, 3rd place down. No Verox, no Miro, no Maxo. Flick and Nos Thomas HD have a chance to just break into the top 3 here. It's all there now in this game for them. Past that, Endelec, Snazy, and X-Squeeze, these guys have a chance to break into top 5, currently in 7th place, and no teams aside from this one standing in their way. That's the Guild Gamma trio. So many people now not even risking for a high spot. In these waters, they're keeping it low to the ground. They're trying to just ride these waves, but there's a rocket in the way, a torpedo of sorts, stopping the boat rotation. Hen will be right beside Janice, but at the same time taking beams from up top. That's Vidil knocking on their roof. Do they have the foundation? Can they survive? They're teetering, tottering. Janice is down.
You complain about the airspray. Did you see just what happened to the people on here?
The first place team might be stopped in their tracks.
Hen now has
to
survive as much as possible.
Hold
on, no!
One guy got sprayed by 3 different teams. It died in like 2 seconds.
Focused. They saw the wood builds go out, and everybody knows that's a huge target here. Now that's going to be a big opportunity for Vidil to catch up, but a bigger opportunity for a Gnosis trio to get up closer here. But look at the rotation they have to make. It's another max full rotation. Zone 6 is going up north towards the mountains, and look who is at high for that brief moment on the left of your screen, folks. It is Stompy's trio, and they're up high with an RPG. They're going to go ahead and most likely, looks like Pink is actually going to connect and tarp over. That's going to be big, and a lot of mats are going to be expended to anyone deciding to make this rotation on the water.
Complete water rotation. The zone doesn't bounce back. Low ground will run out of gas. Snipers there all the way down below. Looking at Flick, though, and Noah Riley are 2 big trios to watch this game. Was he sniped off of height? Was that a big shot or not? Yes, he did take some damage, but he's not down completely. Or maybe, yes, he did get knocked by Thomas HD.
Wow.
There's so many people.
I've ever seen on the height. And Flick is
I don't even know how people can get so much ammo and like, still have a whole lot
but he defends it perfectly. Anas is close to taking it. Flick is still pushing for it.
More
and more. Running out of max though. He's so close to out of steam.
Oh my goodness, and now we have a top team at height, the 2nd place team going to this match. It is Vidil's trio who is sitting out there. Trulix's trio went down, and that's a huge opportunity for Vidil, Reason, Noah Riley, and they could get another victory out in this day here. But let's focus on Flick on the bottom right, who is fighting now with Thomas HD, trying to make all the promise in the world to get up their leaderboard here as much as possible.
Oh, still research has been activated.
But it will be turned off shortly as only 2 people have to go down. Let's see if Reason, Vidil, and Noah Riley, they could catch up, because first place did go down on earlier rotations.
It's all about changing hands of power now for this game. X-Squeeze is also all the way in the front side of the zone. Focused by Noah Riley for now. They don't have anything big to actually break that box. All the way up top. No one ahead of them right now. Hen, Janice, and Tapix once again have been eliminated here right now. Flick is down. So the 4th place team gets stopped in their tracks too. How far can Noah Riley really take this with Vidil and Reason? A harpoon to keep their refreshes all the way up top. The mats are going to be looking good. The ammo looking good too. And the low ground might be pulling up some elevation, which is huge for this team. Big shots on the Patty. He's about to go down. Just 1 Elam on Noah Riley right now. 2 on Vidil. They need to get more.
They need this right here, but also Anilix trio needs that as well. They're on the front side coming into this match when the 7th place finish. If they could go ahead and move up the leaderboard as much as possible, this will be a huge opportunity to get to that top 5, and hundreds of thousands of dollars will be exchanged. Paco gets focused. Down goes Paco. Now Snazy's on the backside looking for some E-limbs as possible. Anilix is on the front side trying to tarp his trio to a beautiful tunnel to get as many E-limbs as possible. Pablo Wingo now is on the backside in trouble. Kiko in the top 10 is in trouble as well. Getting focus from height. He's going to have to retreat. Look at the feed light up with all the people from the backside of the storm. But that just gives Noah Riley, but Dylan Reason all the opportunities to walk away with the victory royale here in this match.
Now we're left with a 3v3. Stacey and Alex next squeeze down below. Reason, Noah, Riley, and Vidil all the way up top. They're looking for their big position to go and shoot down. Pressure on top of the box. All of the trio in the mid ground is not going to be possible. Once again, two final teams really surviving it over all the way towards the end game circle. It's the 9th zone. We're looking at how they're going to go back and forth. Big shots over. Analyst takes a big shot too. He's down. Snazy, he gets his shield deleted. X-Squeeze, he's looking for a chance to actually clap back, but it's not possible. No sight lines to actually zoom in from. Snazy's pushing down lower, and lower. There's no chance. Noah Riley's trying to follow too. In the same box as X-Squeeze, he trades shots. Noah Riley goes down. X-Squeeze has a chance of maybe making this all the way back alive from the zone. He finds the finish onto Noah Riley. He has that siphon too. But now in the box with Reason. 2v1 for X-Squeeze. He wins too. But deal now to 1v2. Is it possible? They're bringing it back. They could get the first place. Snazy on low. He provides the pressure. X-Squeeze on top. He provides the pinch. It's going to be possible. The deal force all the way in the backside of the zone. 2 people left all the way towards the end. The deal has heals though. The heal game might be the thing to trump things over, but there's 20 seconds still left in the zone. Snazy's there, still surviving. Not sure where X-Squeeze is. It's a huge divide from high to low. They're trying to focus and stop Vidil. They're going for it. Vidil with a big shot. X-Squeeze is going to be taken out by Vidil. Can he get the siphon? He can. Almost 1 second. No. And Vidil can't win it out. Snazy is there with a crazy 2v3. These guys win the game.
With 10 elims and the Victory Royale, and Snazy had chug splashes for insurance. There was no way he was going to lose that, but wow, what a great effort and some great fundamental low ground gameplay from Analex's trio, getting to the front side, but the big play was Snazy and X-Squeeze going to the backside, getting a lot of elims, and then as a duo, doing so much damage to Vidil's trio. What a great finish between two titans.
Squeezed with the 2v1, basically isolating 2 fights. It was amazing. And then pinching, that was amazing. And then Snazy winning, that was more than amazing. And I feel like the analyst desk is probably riling up too. Guys, that was the best game possible.
Was second place versus 7, okay? Vidil, Noah Riley, Reason. They're coming in. They're thinking, all right, we want to overtake first. If we could just pick up this Victory Royale, we could secure that. We can just close this gap. But no, it's Snazy, it's X-Squeeze, it's Andalex. They say, you know what? Chug splashes to that man over there. Go out in the storm. Don't worry. We're going to lock this up because this is the FNCS, baby. We want that axe, and we're not leaving without it.
I mean, I can guarantee that after that game, the leaderboards are totally shaken up because we've seen Hen in that game went down 17th. So just getting a single placement point for his team, obviously they had a 20-point lead. So I'm just going to guess that Rezon's up there in that first place slot. However, at the start of this day, you know, Andalex's team was sitting in that 8th and 9th place slot. After that massive Victory Royale with 10 eliminations, 50 points, like that might jump them up to the 2nd place at this point.
Yeah, we need to give these guys their flowers, right? Regardless of what the leaderboards are looking like right now, they have been incredible today. 4th place, 3rd place, 4th place, 1st place now. Like, you know, it's crazy. We talk about teams being able to be consistent. Teams having a bad day 1, coming through day 2, saying, look, day 1 was just a mistake. That's not who I am. This is who they are. They are one of the best trios in EU, and they just showed it right there.
They could very well be the bosses. My anime reference at the beginning of the show, coming from the shadows and saying, we are the secret villains. We are the ones that stand in your way. And they very well could take it all away to the top of the mountain, holding the Axe of Champions high. Boys, we're kind of talking about this. There's these spots, 2nd to 5th.
Make a party,
what do these guys
and then...
need to do? Any of these...
I was about to say, I was about to just go do true.